welcome to another episode of Slingin Books Talkin Shop with Matt and Josh from Yousellcomics. Yousellcomics is your new multi-vendor marketplace for selling comics, slabs, omnis, trades, and more. Yousellcomics never charges commission on any sale. Sell for as low as $5.99 a month, or run your own auctions for $15.99 a month. Sign up now for a free month, 3-month free trial at Yousellcomics.com. So
I'm wearing a
more
crab
Ezra
shirt
Miller
today.
news. What?
I'm wearing a crab shirt today.
What are those, lobster crabs?
Crabs. I got crabs.
You do that on purpose?
Yes.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. So Ezra Miller got arrested again, second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, second time outside Hawaii, just hours before the scheduled court appearance regarding disorderly conduct and harassment charges. So even before he got to court on the first arrest, he got arrested hours before the court date for the first one.
Yeah.
Miller was arrested on charges of second-degree assault, although it was unclear at the time of this reporting what led to the charges. Miller is best known for being a douchebag. Late last month, Miller was involved in an incident in Hawaii that led to disorderly conduct and harassment charges, which we've talked about a couple of weeks going back now. So I also read that WB doesn't really care about this. Did you read that?
I didn't see that report, but I also wouldn't be surprised at this point.
They're just going to go, well, I mean, they've put too much money into the Flash at this point that they're not going to.
I feel that's the case too. I've had many friends say to me that the movie won't get released, and I think that is incorrect.
Who's been telling you that?
Wackos. Oh. But yeah.
Yeah, there's too much money.
Way too much.
And Michael Keaton's in it. Like,
yeah, I was just going to say, as soon as they put Keaton in, they had to release that film.
Yeah. And now Warner Brothers is being sold again, and there's a new guy coming in, I think.
Yeah.
I think they'll just do another reboot at this point.
I feel like after Flash, they just have to call it. Like, can they just call it after this? I'm done. Like, obviously, without any spoilers.
Yeah.
I feel like the last year, they've tried really hard to put
themselves from this iteration of the DC.
Putting Justice League characters that were in the movies in other things, cameos, etc., whatever, to try to get like that camaraderie of like a team, and it's still like no likey.
Norman Osborne is back this July, and he's designed the wall crawler's new suit.
That's cool.
So there's a new run of Amazing Spider-Man that kicked off last month. And Marvel's kicking off its 60th anniversary next week. Oh, sorry. It's the new ASM is this month.
There you go.
It's by Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. In that first issue, we'll see the makings of a bold era in the life of Peter Parker. On the outs with the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and even Aunt May. The question will be on everyone's mind: what did Spider-Man do? Ooh. So it looks like Norman Osborn is coming back in Spider-Man number 7 with big plans for Peter, and ushers in one of the biggest Spidey status quo changes in years, courtesy of Oscorp? Remember that Norman lost his inner evil, courtesy of Kindred, so he's a reformed character looking to make amends with the web slinger. So there's some covers for number 7. Ooh, is he getting his own glider?
Cool.
Some bombs there?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Well,
jetpack!
Egg bomb belt. Egg bomb. So I guess he gets a little utility belt. Oh yeah, jetpack. Goes from rocket pack to lab rover to spider glider. Ooh, spider glider. Okay, so
lab rover.
First appearance of a new suit, I guess. It's weird that there's a question mark there. What's with the question mark? Maybe they just question mark for the eyes, and then I don't know.
That's kind of
poly bio fabric legs flattened into straps that lay into pattern on jacket. Huh. Digital mask. Ooh. Yeah, so Get Number 7 comes out in July.
Yep.
Moody, were you aware that there was a Doctor Strange TV movie in 1978?
I was actually aware of this.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, like I knew that it existed and that there was I had seen like screenshots, I guess you could say, but I never watched it.
Oh. Well, we have been talking about I don't know if I could ever find it, but we have been talking about doing like reviewing all of the.
Might have to add it to the list.
And Jessica Walters was in it from Arrested Development. She played Morgana Le Fay.
Wow.
Archer, who's now deceased, rest in peace. I can't imagine this was like even remotely any good.
That is crazy.
But it's coming back. Oh, so I guess we will be able to find a copy because it's coming out on Shout Factory, on Blu-ray.
That quality is going to be top notch.
Well, at least they did some high definition restoration and transfer the footage, along with optional audio commentary from pop culture historian Russell Dyball and panel jumper podcast Cole Hornaday.
That's kind of cool.
The Blu-ray is light on special feature. Well, of course, it's light on special feature. I imagine both of them are dead at this point. I'm sure the Doctor's probably dead at this point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to watch that for giggles.
That'd be full gig.
So, Constantine... Again, this is weird with the narrative. I read that Keanu Reeves is coming back for a Constantine movie. Are they also doing a TV show?
That's what I thought I read.
Yeah. So, I guess they're doing a Constantine TV show.
Again.
We do know that J.J. Abrams is in charge of the Dark universe for HBO. It's supposed to be Justice League Dark, Zatanna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been...
I didn't know that.
He got put in charge of that at a Justice League Dark movie, I don't know, 5 years ago. And
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Emerald Fennell is developing a Zatanna movie. Angela Robertson starts work on a Madam X series. Hopefully the likes of Swamp Thing and Deadman are going to show up. But first, they've cast Sophie Derizu, Gangs of London. If you never watched Gangs of London, it was pretty good. It wasn't a mind-blowing show, but it had good actors.
That's good.
It's worth a watch if you like British crime dramas.
Crime.
The British Nigerian actor put himself on the map with an unmissable performance in Netflix horror movie His House, which I haven't seen. He's been cast as Constantine.
He was really good in that movie, by the way.
His House?
Yes, he was really
good. Saw it?
I forgot that I watched it.
You forgot. A recent long line revealed that the series blends urban action, body horror, and the supernatural in the streets of modern-day London. It follows a young man whose entire world is upended when a chance encounter with a young girl pulls him into the dark, treacherous world of the occult. My guess is they're not going to do the famous Garth Ennis storyline with him being an alcoholic and having cancer. Shows are weird these days about smoking. I know Disney has a policy of like no smoking.
Yeah. Well, we had that conversation on the show last month. Yeah. Remember, it's a whole new thing. Like they have to go through more insurance and do all this stuff. Pay more. They have to pay more to have smoking in their media. It's crazy.
Sure. My wife and I watching right now. That's we're watching season 2 of Russian Doll, and like everyone smokes in that show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't everybody just have a cigarette in their mouth the entire show? Yeah.
It's very good. I didn't know how they were gonna do season 2 of Russian Doll, but it's gone a different direction, and we're really enjoying it again.
That's good. That's good.
So, and Natasha Lyonne's great. Okay. Werewolf by Night. Laura Donnelly is reported playing Elsa Bloodstone in Disney Plus Halloween special.
That's cool.
So she was she's in the Nevers currently, and she's been cast as Elsa Bloodstone. Her first appearance is a one-shot that came out like 6 months ago during the death of Doctor Strange. I believe there's a copy for sale on Yousellcomics if anyone's interested. And it was back in January when we first heard that Laura Donnelly has been cast in the Werewolf by Night Halloween special coming to Disney Plus from Marvel Studios. So, before I get into this, do we think Werewolf by Night's showing up in Moon Knight? Like, this is where it's coming, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Gail Garcia Bernal has already been cast as the title character. It was mentioned at the time that Donnelly could be taking on the role of Nina Price, someone better known to comic book fans as Vampire by Night. Turns out it looks like she's playing Monster Hunter Elsa Bloodstone. In the comics, Elsa wears the blood gem and artifact, grants her enhanced strength, speed, endurance, agility, as well as invulnerability to physical harm. Oh, so I guess she's vulnerable to magic then. She's also gained possession of a lamp containing an enslaved genie that glows when supernatural trouble is occurring. Oh, so like Sting. Oh, there's an orc around. We better start glowing. Trouble is occurring and can transport her to its location if she wishes. Oh, she's got teleportation powers. Moon Knight's first appearance was an issue of Werewolf by Night, which saw the hero take aim at the monster. However, it's feasible that this Halloween special will see Elsa target him instead. Alternatively, she could be involved in the Midnight Suns team, the Legion of Monsters, or even part of Next Wave, a group created by Hate. Highest anti-terrorism effort. That sounds like something Deadpool would say. Maximum effort. Highest anti-terror. We're higher than the other anti-terrorism effort.
The highest.
He used to fight against unusual weapons of mass destruction. So look for that show around Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Paul Bettany, other than being a star in the Johnny Depp trial last week during testimony,
burn the body.
Like, it was just, like my wife and I were talking about this too. Like, given, and you know, we could say this too about each other. If our texts were taken out of context, given our morbid,
100%.
Humor, it would look like, you know, there's something really wrong with all of us.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so I can see why people might be upset by that, but I took it as a joke, and it's actually quite funny that they were talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paul Bettany says Kevin Feige doesn't leave loose ends. Obviously he's not going to say much, but he thinks at some point he'll be back as White Vision. Because they always put a bow on the end.
So good.
Yeah, a dead MCU character narrates a new Doctor Strange promo. I haven't watched the new promo. I'm trying to stay away from.
I have tried. So I haven't watched any. The only one I watched was like the first 2 trailers, and then I stopped because I don't want to see anything at all. Zero.
I don't think this is like a big spoiler because
Double zero.
It's not like.
I don't think so either.
The voice of the Ancient One is in a promotional spot. That could be anything. Like Marvel likes things like that. So,
but I could also see her. I could also see Tilda being in it.
Yeah.
Not like huge, but I could see her popping.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll probably make an appearance or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do the chart topper / LCS keys of the week.
Let's do it. How you doing, Matt? You all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
That's great.
Okay, so Laws of Thor this week.
Oh, wow. That really did change everything, eh? Holy mackerel.
So we have first Jason Aaron, Jane Foster, Thor #1. The supposed first appearance. A lot of people think this is the first appearance of Jane Foster's Thor because it's the What If and it came in I think 1990.
Okay.
So people consider that as the first appearance, even though it's not in continuity of because it's the What If. There's other ones here. First appearance of Gore the God Butcher. I think this one is her in the suit first at the end. It's a cameo. Yeah, so in the top 7 there are Thor books. Hawkeye versus Deadpool, which is going for, I don't know why this is there. Oh, because it's first Spider-Gwen, Jane Foster, Thor. Okay, so this is still Thor related.
Yeah. No matter what, eh?
Don't think the Catwoman's going to be Thor related. I think this is just a variant cover that people really like. Yeah, it's a teeny Howard. And this one, I read this week, The Secret History of Warren Weed. We talked about that last week, that it was a key. Well, not really a key, but something to like. It's by Brian Posehn is the writer, the comedian.
Yep.
Yeah, so he does comics. He did on Deadpool.
That's cool. Cool.
Yeah, so I guess the 1 in 10 it was funny. And it doesn't seem like it'll be a one-off. They said maybe more continue, but yeah, it's about this like muscle-bound action guy who likes to kill people for no reason because they annoy him, or they're doing the whatever the government tells him to do. He kills people, and then he shows up to the president's poll numbers are failing, so they need a new war. So they decide to pick a war on drugs, and the president, she sends him to California to start killing all the weed farmers. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so if you can find that, it's definitely a good read. Or buy it on eBay. I'm going to say look for Hulk next week to maybe be in the top 10. It's first appearance of Titan.
Yeah.
That's still that one from this week. Thor. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so keys of the week in your LCS tomorrow. Final issue of Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Issue number 4 of Crimson Reign. Thor 24, 750th anniversary issue, oversized 72 pages, which includes the origin of Beta Ray Bill, who is rumored, not rumored. There's always been speculation that he's going to show up in Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah. I even saw, I'm not sure we talked about this last week, but I saw someone speculated that in one of the shots of the Thor trailer, that it looks like they removed someone. Like that shot of Korg and Thor, and then, because the shot's so centered on Thor, but it looks like there could have been, so maybe that's, that,
classic
people
Marvel, classic, absolutely classic Marvel. I would agree 100% with that rumor.
That they removed somebody there?
Most definitely. I feel like Beta Ray Bill's going to be in the movie. I think they're going to put him in the movie.
Yeah, he's too popular a character to keep out.
I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't think... Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he's... Yeah.
Bloodstained Teeth number 1, described as fast-paced 100 bullet style crime saga, focus on a vampire who will grant a human immortality for the right price. I'll probably pick this up. It sounds like an interesting premise.
Yeah, cool.
British Paranormal Society, Time Out of Mind, the number 1.
Oh, it's in the Hellboy universe.
Yes. Spun off from Witchfinder Comics.
That's good.
G.I. Joe Real American Hero, Cobra number 1, 100-page one-shot featuring reprinted classic Cobra stories. Oh, that's fun. G.I. Joe Real American Hero Saturday Morning Adventures number 3, Gunslinger Spawn number 7. That's pretty good. It's got the first appearance of Carnivore, a werewolf enemy of Gunslinger Spawn. I've kind of enjoyed Gunslinger Spawn more than King Spawn of the 2 series that came out last year.
Cool.
But Gunslinger Spawn is good.
Gotcha.
Naughty List number 1, Story of Santa Claus as a Vengeful Immortal.
Why does he look like Chevy Chase?
He does, right?
Yeah, what the hell's going on there?
Maybe that was intentional.
A little bit.
Yeah.
The thumbnail way more.
With fireplace poker.
Yeah.
Something is Killing Children number 22. This issue is to introduce 3 new characters, so I'm sure that'll go skyrocketing in spec as soon as it's released, given that Netflix owns the rights to Something is Killing Children. Yeah.
Oh, I love
Justice League 75. Everyone's dead.
Bye.
First full team appearance of Pariah's Dark Army, Darkseid, Ares, Doomsday, Eclipso, Neuron, and Necron.
Wow.
Amazing Spider-Man number 1, which we just talked about, premiere issue of the 7th volume. Hulk Grand Design Madness number 1, conclusion of the Incredible Hulk's history, written and illustrated by Jim Rugg. Knights of X number 1, another new X-Men series. Knights of X, recruitment by Betsy Braddock. Silk number 4 variant, and Crimson Reign by Tyler Kirkham. This kind of looks like...
Ooh. Is that a blaster that he's got in the other hand?
Well, it's a blaster there and a
axe
there, a vibro axe there. I haven't started reading Crimson Reign yet, but it looks like, to me, this looks. I mean, it looks like a Twilight character, and although it doesn't look very womanly, it could have been Lorna D. From she's part of the Nihil. She's one of the crap. What's their
forget?
There's one guy. There's not. They have names for all of their like rankings in their little gang.
Yeah.
There's a Cloud. There's a Storm. Cloud is like the last one. Then Storm is above that, and then Lorna D is one of the three of the like big gang leaders. Anyways, it could be her, just because she's a Twilight, but doesn't look very womanly. I don't know. Okay. So that's Keys in the Week tomorrow that you can pick up at your local LCS. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse teases more Spider People, reveals Part 2's title.
Yes.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller reveal the first 15 minutes of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1. At CinemaCon. Oh, yeah, that's going on right now, so we have some news out of that. I'm sure we'll get more news towards the end of the week.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 has revealed work-in-progress preview footage of the upcoming sequel, as well as Part 2's title. As reported by Deadline, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who served as the co-writers on the first one, revealed the first 15 minutes of Across the Spider-Verse. Filmmakers teased the largest crew of an animated movie ever, with over 1,000 crew members, as well as 240 characters. 240 characters? God damn. Across 6 universes.
That I was a little bit worried about.
Over 1,000 crew members?
Oh, no, I meant
characters.
Like 240 characters. But, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know that you want to boast that you have over 1,000 people on a crew. I don't know, it seems like it's inefficient.
Well, like, obviously the scale of the movie is probably like almost...
Is it bigger than a scale... Is it going to be bigger than a Pixar movie, though? Like, scale of production? It seems like a weird flex.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say it's going to have Pixar-level production, if not more, because, well, when was the last time a Pixar movie won an Oscar? Recently, obviously, the last few years.
Moana?
But, maybe... I'll have to check.
Okay,
I'll check that. But
you
know, it won an Oscar, so you know they have all the power now. They can do.
Sony can't even get Spider-Man nominated for a fan favorite or win fan favorite. They're never going to get.
I don't know.
Okay. Footage was comprised of completed scenes, raw footage, sketches, unfinished CGI, featuring appearances from Gwen Stacy, Miguel O'Hara, and Jessica Drew. Oh, Spider-Woman's in it. Who's riding a motorcycle? Lord co-wrote Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse with collaborator Miller, and the two will return as co-writers and producers for the sequel. So this is Part 1. It's supposed to be released next year with Part 2 in 2024. Maybe they're doing it back-to-back, and that's why there's so many crew members on it? I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I could see that being the case.
Pixar movie to win an Oscar.
They won 11 awards.
Yeah.
For Best Animated Feature in that category alone, with films such as Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, Wall-E, Toy Story 3, Brave, Inside Out, Coco, Toy Story 4, and Soul.
Soul. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I think it was Tina Fey, wasn't it?
Very good. I don't know.
Okay, so Batgirl may shift from HBO Max exclusive to theatrical release. Yeah. I don't know that this is a good idea.
Probably not.
Like I saw a report. I don't think we put it in here that the Batman has been HBO's biggest release for streaming. Like it did better on streaming than it did in theater for watch. Is like the first. I don't know.
Crazy.
A new report indicates that Batgirl could be poised to pivot from HBO Max exclusive to theatrical release. Warner Brothers is allegedly weighing up the best way to premiere the upcoming DCEU blockbuster. Calling it a blockbuster already? It hasn't come out. According to the reliable industry news outlet Puck, the report indicates that studio chairman Toby Emmerich is considering whether debuting Batgirl in cinemas first could further the film's success in the wake of the Batman's impressive commercial performance, The film is said to have performed strongly on HBO Max even after raking in $750 million at the box office, leading Emmerich to supposedly debate whether this hybrid approach could also work for Batgirl. So it wrapped up filming a week ago. When does this do then? Does that have a release date? No, it does not have a release date. Sometime this year.
Pushed. It's gonna get pushed. I guarantee it. So,
they said the release window is November to December. But if it just got finished now with all the backlog of CGI effects, right?
Yeah, we're at like what, 6 months? A 6 month return? No chance.
Not
gonna happen.
I would like it to do well just for Brendan Fraser, because everyone loves Brendan Fraser, and he hope he gets a blockbuster again. But I don't know. I'd have to see the trailer first before like they don't have a great track record. And the Batman is the first movie in a while that you're like, yep, maybe they're getting it back, and so this will be the follow up, given that they've pushed all the other stuff. So
I also just want to mention that a good reason that the Batman was so successful, is a lot of weird factors, and I think two of them are simply this: it was originally made because they wanted to make an artsy Batman film, and then they attached Pattinson to it basically immediately, and when that not immediately, but pretty quick, and when that happened, created this weird swirl of like hate and like also like love, and like everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be good, no, it's not gonna be good, and like that typical. But I feel like it was amplified, and then because of the pandemic, it got crazy. And then everyone was like, this movie's it's not gonna be good. Like all this stuff happened. The director and the main actor hate each other now, etc., etc. Remember they said that they wouldn't work with each other again or something like that?
I never saw that.
It was like halfway through making the movie. And they said that Pattinson was super mad at Matt Reeves, and they were like, yeah. And they were like,
that's just like COVID. It's a tough situation.
But it was like, you know what I mean? Like that dull news. So it's just like, I feel like all of it just kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
And now, and then it got released, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's actually so good."
Oh yeah, when things make money and it gets,
and now it's and now it exploded.
All things are forgiven.
And I don't think that's going to happen with Batgirl, no matter what they do, because even if it gets released at the end of the year, beginning of next year, like you have 1 year or less to create hype, and Batman had how long? Like 4 years.
This also has nothing to do with the other ones. Right? It has nothing to do with Shazam. It has nothing to do with Black Adam. It has nothing to do with...
No, because if I'm...
Like, it's its own universe again, is it not?
Because I don't know.
Because there's a different Jim Gordon. J.K. Simmons is Jim Gordon.
Right, which...
Wait, he was Jim Gordon in the other ones. Yeah.
Batman.
No, in Justice League. Wasn't he?
Yeah.
In Superman.
Oh,
well,
God.
he wasn't in Superman. Maybe.
Oh, God.
I don't know. No, wait. Yeah. Oh, so it is part of that universe.
It has to be.
Oh. Okay. Unless they just cast the same actor in a different multiverse. Okay.
Yeah.
Some Star Wars news.
Yeah.
Obi Wan. Ewan McGregor says Hayden's Darth Vader scared the shit out of him.
Ooh.
I just weirdly enough, I just read that he got secretly married to Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who he had an affair with on the set of Fargo season 3. Like, I believe he got divorced during Fargo season 3. Yeah.
Ewan, you dirty dog.
Yeah, well, at least that's where they met. I'm pretty sure there was a divorce somewhere in there, but or a separation of partners.
You talk, I'll search it.
Ewan McGregor says Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker Darth Vader on the set of Obi Wan terrified him. In an interview with Total Film Magazine, McGregor was asked about the experience of meeting Darth Vader for the first time and recounted the experience. I rehearsed the scene with Vader, but not with the helmet on or anything like that. We came to do the scene. They showed action. He had to come from behind me. I turned around and fucking Darth Vader was coming at me. I was like 6 again. I'd never acted into Vader's helmet. I never looked him in the eye. Yeah, so he's a fan just like all of us. Lots of spec around this show. It looks like Darth Maul isn't in it. They keep telling everyone he's never in it. He was not in it. He's never been supposed to be in it. Blah, blah, blah. Don't expect him. Which could just be, reverse psychology like everyone else does. But it's hard to say what, like, we haven't really seen any other characters besides besides the Inquisitors and the sisters and brothers. So outside of that spec, I don't, we don't know who, who's Ice Cube's son's name? He was in,
I don't know.
Yeah, he's in it. Don't know who his character is yet. Yeah, there's so many possibilities who could show up in that era of Star Wars. Yeah. So more Hayden news because we can't get enough of Hayden.
Scour me and Hayden.
Yeah. So he's coming back to acting. I feel like he said he just liked living on a farm for a while and didn't. Anyways.
Could you blame him?
Yeah, so he's also confirmed to be in the Ahsoka series, which centers on Padawan, played by Rosario Dawson. Christensen has already shown a great deal of enthusiasm for the role, evidenced by his preparation for Obi Wan. The actor producer revealed, in order to catch up with the franchise, he rewatched the entire Star Wars saga, as well as both animated shows, Clone Wars and Rebels.
Oh, sick!
He's all in, baby!
Oh, I love that, dude.
But he's never actually been Vader, though. Like, the extent of his Vaderism was no, which wasn't even his voice.
Yeah.
So
this could be cool.
I don't know. Is he gonna get to be the voice?
I'm sure they're gonna do some crazy audio magic mix of his deep voice
and with
James Earl Jones. Yeah, like have to. They put oh my god, whose name was it, or sorry, whose voice was it in Rise of Skywalker?
I don't know. You mean for Vader's voice?
No, it was somebody that was, I think it was somebody that was dead.
Somebody that was dead.
But they brought their voice back. It was an original line. Anyway, whatever.
You mean Carrie Fisher?
She might have already recorded those lines. Thought it was somebody else.
I don't know. We're now on Rise of Skywalker for our 4K rewatch, and we haven't got to that yet. So I'll
listen. It's the voices at the end. And she.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay,
yeah.
I know.
I'm trying to remember who it is, but I'm spacing. Yeah, just keep an ear out. Keep an eye and an ear out.
Sir Alec Guinness?
Maybe.
Okay. So top sellers of the week in comics shops. Like I said, Hulk #6, first appearance of Titan, Superman, Batman, World's Finest #2, Captain America 0, Avengers 55, Batman the Night #4, Wolverine 20. Oh yeah, Nice House on the Lake is back, so that's #8. Yeah, okay. This is the last article. Oh, close that. This is the last news item for the day. Yay! Venom 3 officially confirmed to be in the works as first Kraven the Hunter footage, as revealed at CinemaCon. I feel like they just started shooting Kraven like a month ago. There'll be a lot of good.
Yeah, no, it definitely was only a month ago because there was a picture of Aaron Taylor Johnson hanging off the side of a car, right?
Oh, was there?
And he had the classic big white like open shirt. Yeah. Man, he had to have gotten jacked for that.
Yeah, well, he was jacked for Quicksilver.
Oh, not that much.
What do you mean? He had, some muscles.
Yeah, but just Kraven, dude.
Yeah, so Venom let the Carnage gross over $500 million at the box office when the box office was still recovering from the pandemic. $110 million budget. Venom 2018's Venom performed quite a bit better. Oh, geez, with $850 million haul. Of course, but numbers like these are more than enough to justify a third in some of the Marvel Comics franchise. It's not Marvel Comics, it's Sony. Fuck off. Anyways, we don't know if Andy Serkis will return to take the helm. After all, he seemed to have a much better grasp of the character than Venom director. None of them have had a grasp of it fully yet. No. And laid the groundwork for third chapter by choosing plans for Detective Patrick Mullivan to transform into Toxin. While Venom briefly visited the MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home, spoiler, we're not anticipating Tom Holland's web slinger factoring into this threequel as the two never met. So why bother with Vulture and Morbius? Sony also shared a title treatment for Kraven the Hunter along with a few seconds of footage. Apparently all it showed was Aaron Taylor Johnson hanging onto the car trying to punch through the windshield, as well as a scene with him running through the snow.
Of course.
Yeah, there was no money shot of the actor in the Kraven's classic costume.
Shocker.
At some point, Spider-Man is going to show up in this universe, right? Like, I can't imagine Sony keeps giving Marvel.
I would just imagine Marvel's going to try to hold out as long as possible, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not knowing what the contract is. The previous contracts with Marvel and properties were, I believe, characters had to be in a movie every 5 years for them to keep the movie rights to the character, like for Fox.
Mm.
So that's why the Ghost Rider rights expired, Fantastic Four rights expired. I think. Well, they might not have expired because Disney went and bought Fox to get it back. But there are some rights to characters that Marvel got back just because they hadn't made a property with them in a while.
Right.
I don't know that that's the case with Sony and Spider-Man. Like, they're just going to keep pumping out terrible shit until so they don't lose any on that cash cow of being associated with good Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I think it's benefiting both of them. They'll probably just ride that train for as long as they can, and then they'll reassess in a few years, and we might lose Spider-Man again. Maybe.
I wonder if Sony also gets the rights to like the other Spider-Man, like 2099, and
that's a good question.
They might go that if Sony doesn't have the rights to. Well,
I could see that too.
Yeah, I wonder the wording of the contract. Like, it might have only included Spider-Man that had existed in comics previous to that, and maybe that's why they created Miles Morales as another Spider-Man, and they're going to lead to that eventually when Tom Holland leaves.
Yep.
So they don't have to include Sony in their plans.
Yeah, I could see it.
That probably makes sense, I guess. Anyways. Okay, so that's it for this week. We'll be back next week.
Oh, yeah.
With more comic news.
Should have a heap of news after
CinemaCon.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks for thanks for watching. We'll be back next week and have a great week. Okay, later.